I knew there was a catechism in the back of the prayer book, but in the past I'd only skimmed it. Then Mother Susan brought it to our attention. The catechism states that the duty of all Christians is to follow Christ, to come together week by week for corporate worship, and to work, pray, and give for the spread of the kingdom of God. Today I'd like to talk about gathering. What is the definition of the word gather? There are many. The ones that spoke to me are come together, assemble. We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing, one of my favorite hymns that will be sung each week during the offertory. Bring together and take in from scattered places and sources. Jesus brings us together, and we are indeed from scattered places and backgrounds. Collect plants, fruits, etc. for food. Our food pantry gathers food to share with the food insecure people in our community. We gather not only for worship and fellowship, we gather together to spread the love of God to others through our actions. To me, gathering means sharing in prayer and communion with our brothers and sisters, perhaps sharing a cup of coffee, news, and friendship at coffee hour. At least that's what it used to look like to me. Since COVID, gathering looks very different. For a long time, we gathered over the internet. It was not the same as gathering in person. We only saw each other in the comments. Then along came the vaccine, and the spread of COVID slowed. We were finally able to come together in person again. At first wearing masks, and now with masks being optional. There are plenty of folks, including myself, who are still not comfortable with crowds or with being in public without wearing a mask. I've been trying to gather with all of you more than I have over the past 2.5 years, but my anxiety sometimes gets the best of me. So I've been taking baby steps. I've attended meetings where I'm the only person wearing a mask, and I've attended a few worship services, and I so appreciate the respect I've been shown. You see, to me, gathering together is easier when I know that I need not worry what others think of me in my mask wearing. That as Jesus does, they love me, quirks and all. When I haven't been comfortable gathering because COVID positivity rates have climbed again, or because several people I know have COVID, as has happened recently, or because I've been exposed to COVID and don't want to chance giving it to anyone else, which also happened recently, I have still tried to keep up with our pledge. It means that some weeks when I or my husband Bob attend worship service, that we play catch up and give several weeks at once. We know that regular giving is important. Your pledge and ours is what keeps the doors open and the lights on here at St. Mark's. Financially, times have gotten tougher. Everything is so expensive, especially utilities. This year, Bob and I have decided to give online because our pledge will automatically go to St. Mark's each week, and we won't have to play catch up any longer. It means that St. Mark's can depend on our regular donation. We've also decided to increase our pledge because we feel fortunate that after taking a pay cut during COVID, pay has been restored, and we are grateful. I encourage you, if you are able, to do the same. As Mother Susan is known to say, we are the church. Please be as generous as you can. We are grateful to be in good health and to be able to gather with our church family once again. I grew up at St. Mark's and had many wonderful examples of Christian fellowship, duty, work, and charity. I plan to get back to regular attendance, mask and all. I hope that you will come back to gather with all of us again, and that I see you at coffee hour. We can be the example of what Christians look like to our young people, and hopefully they will carry on the legacy of St. Mark's in their future. So, we gather together to ask the Lord's blessing.